element of this nutrition, and being the producers of chicken, milk, and connected to the aqua business, we believe that our industry is the biggest contributor to the nutrition of the nation. We have a huge responsibility at our hands, and we believe that focusing on the aspect of nutrition through protein is the key to success. Lot many friends who are connected to the business and are present today. A lot of companies putting nutrition to the livestock. We keep talking about how the chicken could be reared by giving the best of nutrition elements, etc., and a lot of marketing done around it. But my friends, we need to realize that our growth and the inclusive growth only will come. We just not focus on putting the right nutrition to the birds or to the livestock, but how nutrition is important to we as people, as the citizens. How much awareness is there today in India with the people focused on nutrition? How many people consider protein to be the most important aspect of their daily diet? How much awareness are we putting in the market to the people that protein is the key element? We see this gap, and we would like to request all of you to bridge this gap of creating awareness to the people, and at the end we all will be supported and will progress with that focused approach of providing this message to the people of India. We, the new generation, also constitute a lot of millennials in the metros and our generations. We are the bridge between the old generation and the millennials today. So we see things very differently. What I've seen is people have a lot of aspirations, want to grow very, very fast in whatever challenges they take. So livestock industry, our sector, our inclusion of our experienced lads who have been a part of the industry, the millennials and our young generation, together we have to work and see how this animal protein and the clean protein can reach to the people of India in the right format and make this nation healthy. Keep supporting the farmers through that, because without health and without the health, the economical health of the country, which is through the farmers, it is not possible for this country to scale. And the backbone of this country has been always the farmers, and we would like to request all of you to support all the farmers in every aspect, like how we have focused by running a program called Parivartan, what we started 2 years back, as my friend again mentioned, converting the poultry farmers into environmental control farmers. So technology is the key, my friend, and this has been the key success factor of IB Group as well. From last 30 years, 25 years, what we have experienced and gained from technology inheritance. And the same technology is what we want to put across to our small little farmers, for them to understand how important is technology and how can they benefit from it. So whatever possible from our side, we are trying to put across to our integrated farmers to change their entire farms from the primitive open farming to the new environmental control farm, putting technology together. And we see the benefits. And in the last 2 years, we have seen that our farmers have earned more than double. So we are so proud to say that putting technology in place and uplifting the farmers who are connected, we are able to do that. And living that dream of the nation's leader, that farmers' income has to be doubled, and we are working towards it. This is what we see, as my friend said, the marketing is the most important aspect. Today India is growing, and all our metro cities are no different than the cities and the nations which are developed. You see the picture of London here, and you just see the picture of New Delhi. the culture of restaurants, people want to eat out every day, as what he's speaking about the millennials. There is no difference today, is what we see, and our culture is changing. People are breaking some barriers of religion, childhood, etc. It's all about growth, inclusiveness, and putting things together. My friends, in this journey, we have an important role to play, and I believe all my young friends together, we are changing this space today. And we are going to transform this livestock industry into protein industry, what I believe is. And key aspect of this is, my dear friends, protein and nutrition. And this is what we need to put. And in my talk, I have mentioned more than 4 times protein and nutrition. And that is, I want to focus on. And I would request everybody to focus on this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gulrez, and as Gulrez said, IB Group was never shy. IB Group was never hesitated to use technology. They were always in the forefront to use technology, whether it's a hatchery, whether it's a feed mill, whether it's a farm, and they were pioneer in aquafeeds. They were pioneer in pet foods. So it's a high. They were always took the risk and entered into the new arena. And that spirit is still I can see in Gulrez. So thanks, Gulrez, for your presentation. May I request now Samir from Kapila Krishi Udyog Private Limited to share his thoughts.
Good morning, everyone. Firstly, I thank Cliff Mark and Dr. Makhija for having me here. And it's a great honor for me here to present my views amongst all your great experts from various industries. I'm younger in age and younger in experience, so please forgive me if I make any mistakes. And it was great to hear all the speakers today. Vignesh, how technology is evolving, so it's good to hear. And Arvind, it's good to see your motivation, but then you don't have any old currencies now, apart from 1 euro system. And of course, I'll start with some feed. I guess you have plate full of eggs now, so now it's time to give you some cattle feed. So now and future, as we know, we are the largest producer of milk in India, in world, sorry. And then we produced 164 million tons in 2016 and 17. Which also increases the per capita milk from 230 grams per day to 351 grams per day. The key factors which drives the increasing milk demand, basically the population growth, urbanization, and income growth. As per the National Action Plan, we have achieved this milestone. So now we have a milestone for 21-22, which we see it should grow from 164 metric ton to 255 metric ton by 21-22, which should also increase the per demand from 233 to 530 grams per day. And this should also help our farmers to double their incomes by 2021. As per the survey, situation assessment survey, about 70 million rural households still engaged in dairying, and one of every 2 rural households with women playing a vital role. So about 26% in case of the poorest households and 12% in case of overall rural incomes. So, and now I'll speak a little about my company. So I joined my business in 2014 after completing my MBA from Boston. And then I came into this industry and I was surprised to see how my father started a vision in 1991 where, it was difficult for a farmer to afford, something expensive for them. But now something for the cattle, it was a challenging task. So how he educated all the farmers to come and adopt, which could help their milk production and health of their cattle. And he always valued 3 main propositions in his entire life. The people are the most important key factor in your business. Time is money, and quality product will never disappoint you. So Kapila today, we got 4 factories, 2 in Kanpur, 1 in Gorakhpur, 1 in Punjab, and we have
warehouse for 3 lakh square feet storage. Currently, we are present in 15 states with 1,000 plus distributors with 15,000 plus retailer shops. What we value today, we continued with the value which our father started, and we are proud to say that we still maintaining 85% of dealers network which my father created, and now we call them a big happy family. How we enjoy working. So now things are evolving. It's an industry of disruption. So we've also involved over the time. We also include a lot of technologies. We also include a lot of channelizing to our business. So it's always important to know your customer. So that's how we started doing our businesses. So our entire system runs on ERP. So we make sure there is full utilization of resources to stop any kind of leakages. We have high-tech security labs also to monitor inside, on-site manpower to make sure they're also enjoying with us. And we have a lot of good, humble companies who help us to do all the research and development, who keeps us updated, what is happening, what is going around. And also we do a lot of software such as Reference and the Google Graphical platforms, which help us to monitor and log in the coordinates of our customers, so we basically know where are they. And of course, we are easily approachable to our staff, so anybody can disturb us anytime. So today our topic is Gen X, people, technology and innovation. So as I know that everyone is good in their own business and everybody is evolving and they're upgrading as per time's need. So what is Gen X? Why do we relate our progress to Gen X? Technically, we all here are Gen X people. Gen X comes with the thought and the most effective way we do things to make it look different and efficient. We are living in a world with continuous disruption. Changes are what we need. In every area we see continuous changes, upgradation. And also we need to upgrade and update ourselves accordingly. People evolve with time to change and sustain, to grow. There are many examples in industry. I take Nokia example. They didn't evolve over the time and then they solely got out of the business. So to grow, you have to advance ourselves, our industry, our knowledge. So when we mix technology and it joins hand with the dairy, its precision dairy farming comes out. I'll quickly brief about what is precision dairy farming. Basically, you monitor the milk yield recorded by each animal, and the pedometer, basically you fix in their feed, so it records their resting pattern, their eating pattern, their behavioral pattern, so that you do necessarily changes required. Automatic temperature recording, in what temperature they are comfortable, in what temperature they are milking good, and automatic result detection monitors. In this is basically how they are later on, and daily weight measurement before and after eating and their daily values. The main objective of precision dairy farming is to maximize individual animal potential, detect diseases at an early stage, and control the use of medication through preventive health measures. How it helps? Basically, it increases the efficiency, reduce cost, minimizes adverse environment effects, and improve human health and well-being. So, why we need precision dairy farming? Even we are #1 producing of milk, because 100% of milk we produce here we consume locally. And in fact, we don't even match the standard which high demands in the international market. So to keep that in mind, so we need this kind of a farming so that we meet the international standard by keeping the demand in here itself. So like Indian dairy farmer still holds an underdevelopment stand when compared with his foreign counterparts. There are many shortcomings that need to be corrected to take the industry further forward. Like how low average per animal productivity, high interest rates, rapid urbanization, underdeveloped infrastructures, low interest of younger generation in dairy farming, increasing real estate pricing lead to loss of farmlands, and national policy on dairy is critical for the growth of dairy industry. So this is the most important part which I would like to talk today. So as our chairman told yesterday that we people should more focus on the our social responsibilities. So which even after the such underdeveloped infrastructure, we are the #1 producers of milk in world. So if we channelize them, how we regularize them, then you can't imagine the potential we hold. So I tell you the current truth of dairy industry. How are they? So basically, these are the states analysis, the UP being the highest, and then followed with Rajasthan, Andhra, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, and Delhi. So 451 dairies were visited in 10 states with 24,456 cattle. These are the segregated number of dairies and cattle, if you see. UP, Rajasthan, Telangana, Gujarat, Maharashtra. So, and we found these are the red lines for cattle industry. Basically, how they upkeep their cattle, how they do the treatment, their medication. So, flooring and bedding. Most of the dairies don't have proper flooring and bedding for the cattle. Tethering of animals, basically they tie their animals most of the time, so they don't give them free space to move. Use of toxicant, there must be no use of toxicant for increasing milk letdown. Separation of mother and calf, which should not be before 3 months to 6 months from birth. Management of male calves, basically male calves not be left or die or abandoned or illegally sold. Veterinary care, because we don't have regular vet coming to dairies, they usually call during the time of emergency or pregnancy. So I quickly give you the quick brief, and this is the same scenario of every state. So I'll start with UP. It's the largest producer of milk in India. But then if you see the stats here, 56% dairy had brick and cement flooring, and 76% dairies didn't provide any form of bedding to the cattle. And 74% cattle were not allowed room free without tether. 22% dairies use toxin during milking, and 50% dairy don't allow calves to wean off naturally till the mother allows suckling. 92% dairy didn't have a regular visiting veterinarian and called in sickness and pregnancy. And 18% didn't have any surviving male calf, and 24% sold the calves for slaughter. So if you remember, 3 years back, we subsequently dropped down the sale of cattle feed. So we were really worried what was happening. So once we found that it's a good expense to maintain a cattle, so they started selling their cattle to all slaughterhouses because they were getting good amounts. So then we thought that we all should do something which can prevent this, and we can unlock the potential which they have. And this is the same statistics for Rajasthan as well. So if you go and see, there are similar statistics for each and every state. So similarly, I would like to propose, if CLIFMA being such an organization, if we could do something for the society, if we can start some programs where it says Kisan Shiksha and Pasudhan Shuraksha, where we can take some necessary steps, because as we know, हमारे समय में हमारे किसान और जवानी दो एक ऐसे स्तंभ हैं जो हमारे देश को आज भी एक ऊंचाई पर रखते हैं. So this is just a thought. If we can do something about it, then you know how we can probably take a district, divide those districts in certain blocks, and we can see all the cattle feed companies present there. Because for us, for one person to do such initiative might be a lengthy and expensive as well. But when we join hand together, probably it would be good for me to organize some farmers meeting where we can give them educational session how to maintain, what to feed, and some the medical session where they understand. So by doing this combining, probably we can uplift their knowledge and uplift the production of their milk and uplift their income as well. And with this, there are some potential risk and mitigation also. So with the increasing availability of milk, lead to increased supply of milk in the market, which decreases the consumer's price, subsequently leading to decrease in producers, farmer having their income. So how we should take the measure? India would have to explore possible export opportunities for which it would be necessary to create suitable infrastructure and produce dairy products meeting the international standards. Increasing bovine population would put increase on fodder and water resources. For this, measures would need to take to increase the productivity of existing in animals and also to increase the ratio of production bovine in the overall bovine population. And increased bovine population will require input services like animal health, veterinary facility, etc. So state government would need to put efforts towards putting in place efficient animal breeding and health delivery systems. Increase in bovine population might impact the environment through methane emission. Balance ratio helps in reducing the methane emission. I guess I'm done with the presentation today. Thank you so much for hearing me today, and thank you very much.
Thanks, Amir, and I can understand that it's very difficult to put dairy sector in 10-15 minutes. And I know Kapila feeds very well for last many years. You might have seen the advertisement of Kapila Pashuvahar on TV, television. This was the first company who put regular advertisement on television. And if you go to North India, Kapila is synonymous to compound feed. Means people will go to market and they'll say, I want to buy Kapila. And they have a very strong network, and Kapila is available at arm's length. So I think dairy feed manufacturers who are sitting in the audience, they have many lessons to learn from a company like Kapila, and I'm glad that now young generation has taken over the business and they are using technology to run this business more effectively. Thanks, Amir. Now the main attraction of today's session, Miss Lavita Delgado from Premium Chick Feeds.
Honorable Chairman, members of the Executive Committee, delegates and guests all present here, I would first like to wish you all a very good morning, and I would like to thank LAFMA for giving me this opportunity on one of the biggest platforms we have for animal as well as feed processing in India to share a few words in my views. I'd first like to take you through our company, Premium Chick Feeds Private Limited, a company that was founded 27 years ago in 1991 by three friends who shared the same profession, Dr. Girish Kolvatkar, Dr. Shyam Dhawan, and my father, Mr. Neil Delgado. As the name suggests, you see, they started as a feed manufacturing company, and the feed production in their first month was a mere 60 tons. The company has always focused on quality, and this is what led them to grow, and it inaugurated its first feed mill in 1995. Our encouraged views through our farmers who have always accepted our feed stated that we should move in to different lines of business and diversify, and hence in the year 2000 we moved into integrated farming. This culture of quality moved not only in feeds but also through our breeder farms, in the eggs that were produced, in our chicks at the hatcheries, and in all the practices and policies